These are sharp as a tack.
Finer than a frog hair.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you again. I'm recording this video on the day that the Jordan 11 in the Legend Blue colorway dropped. I always look forward to the Holiday 11, and this year I was able to grab a pair at my local Finish Line. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at this Holiday 11 in the Legend Blue colorway. There are certain events that let you know we are fully engaged in the holiday time of year, and grabbing the Jordan 11 holiday release is one of those things for me. There's no substitute to going and picking it up at your local store, seeing all the people out doing Christmas shopping. This morning I was able to get together with one of my childhood friends who I haven't seen in years, and we were able to catch up over breakfast and then running and grabbing these. So that was always a great time. The year is starting to wind down. I got vacation coming up. I am just really feeling the warm fuzzies today. It's a great time of year. The Legend Blue colorway has always been one of my favorite colorways on a Jordan 11. It first came out in '96. Jordan wore them in an all-star game, I believe, that year. But we got a classic colorway on an absolutely classic silhouette this year. So what's not to love about that? Typically, I'm able to pick up a pair of the Holiday 11s before the main release. This year, they did do a shock drop on the SNKRS app, but surprisingly, I struck out. I really didn't look and see if these were selling out anywhere or if they're just sitting. The people at my Finish Line said that at the time that I went in and grabbed these, which was probably around 10:30 or so, they said they hadn't really had anybody come in looking for them. I didn't have EA for in-store pickup, but whenever I talked to my store earlier in the week, they told me that they had a couple pairs of just about all sizes, so I knew it should be fairly easy to grab this pair. I don't know if this 11 is going to end up sitting for a little bit. I don't know if they sold out online. Like always, I think they probably made really high numbers of this pair. We've definitely seen a drop off when it comes to shoes selling out. A lot of times classics are very attainable for an extended period of time. For instance, the Black Cement Jordan 3s, I think the Fear 4s are still sitting in places. I think that we're just seeing more and more heat that sits on the shelf. That's not a bad thing, but I know in years past we would have never seen the Holiday 11 sit for an extended period of time. I was able to use some status reward points, so I got $20 off my purchase. I think retail price was $225 or $230 because they still came to about $220 even with my $20 off coupon. It came in a box that looks familiar. We've seen this on a whole lot of other releases. Black lid, gray base. It's got the Air Jordan branding across the top and a Jumpman. The tag reads Air Jordan 11 Retro. The colors are white, Legend Blue, and black, and my oh my, these things are just as beautiful as I hoped they would be. I think by now everybody's familiar with how these look. I just think this pair looks as clean as can be. An all-white upper, that classic patent leather going across the base. I love the way that icy blue outsole kind of peeks up around the side of the shoe. I really just love the classic style of this pair. It was funny, while I was riding around with my friend this morning, he's a couple years older than me, and I asked him what year he graduated, and I think he said he graduated in '96, which was ironic since this colorway came out on this shoe in '96. But these really do just take me back to being in high school. It really does still amaze me that even after almost 30 years, these things still kind of have like a futuristic kind of look to them. There's really no other design that looks like this, and as soon as you see that patent leather going across the base of this silhouette, you know undoubtedly that's a Jordan 11. I think anytime you pair black, white, and light blue on a retro Jordan silhouette, it's going to be a banger. Looking at the outsole, we can see that the perimeter of it is all that icy blue translucent rubber. Here at the midfoot, you can see the carbon fiber through there. It looks like a blue and black checkerboard kind of, and then we've also got that Jumpman peeking through, and that's just a classic design feature. We also have some black areas of herringbone traction underneath the forefoot and the heel. Coming up to the side of the shoe, we can see that that icy blue rubber meets a bright white midsole, and it's just got that texture that we've always seen on Jordan 11s. Looks clean as can be. Sharp as a tack. Love the way you can see the carbon fiber coming up to the midsole area as well. Getting to the upper of the shoe, we just have a bright white patent leather coming along the base of the upper, and again, that looks really clean. It seems like it's a decent material. It's not real wavy or anything, and I didn't notice a lot of QC issues. It does look like it was kind of like poked by something right here. I don't even know if that'll come through on camera, but there's just like a slightest little imperfection there, but it's nothing major. And if I wear these one time, I'm probably going to get more imperfections than that. So really, I just don't have to be the one to put the first little ding on it. The base is just a bright white leather. It feels stiff. It doesn't feel real soft. There's no texture on it. It's a smooth leather. I'm not really sure if it's a genuine material or not. It might just be a synthetic leather because it doesn't really feel very premium or anything, and it really does feel stiff. I think it looks really clean, and I never really get Jordans expecting to have really premium quality leather or anything like that. A lot of the times we have that ballistic mesh on the upper, and I would much rather have this because this will be much easier to keep clean. Going up the side of the shoe, we have canvas strips, and they go up and create a loop, and that's what makes our lacing system on the 11. It kind of reminds me of the 12s, the way that they've got those lines of stitching going up the side of them as well. And just like the 12s, it gives the shoe a really neat shape. It gives it almost like a skeleton type effect, and I've just always liked that feature on here, and I like the stitching that goes up the 12s as well. We got white rope style laces in this pair. I can't imagine swapping them with anything just because this is the way they've always been. I just wouldn't mess with that. The tongue is that white ballistic mesh that we're used to seeing on the uppers of a lot of other 11s. Down here at the middle of the tongue, we've got a blue tag, and I think it says Jumpman Jordan, and then it has a Jumpman on it. At the back of the shoe, we've got a Jumpman embroidered on in that legend blue color or Columbia blue, whatever you want to call it. Up near the collar, the black fabric kind of wraps around, and then we have that white 2-3 and those boxy numbers like we get on 11s. Our sock liner is a black color, and our insole is black, and it's got Nike Air branding down on that. It's kind of wild that I went and grabbed these about a half an hour after my store opened, and they had said that really no one had come in asking about them or grabbing any pairs lately. I'm going to go in and look after I make this video just to see if they're sitting or selling out. I kind of hope that they are sitting, and I even hope that they go on sale because I hope everybody that wants a pair of these is able to go in and get them. For the longest time, it was hard to get the Holiday 11 just because resellers were all over it. But I don't really think that there's going to be high resale on this. So I think they're going to be pretty easy to grab. They always do really high numbers of these, and I'm glad that I could get my pair easily. Let me know if you all grabbed a pair of these or if this is just a pass. Also, I think the Holiday 11 for next year was announced, and it's going to be the Gamma 11s. Let me know which pair you prefer between these and the Gammas. I might prefer the Gammas just a little bit. These are definitely clean, and I'm glad I was able to get them without much effort. I appreciate you all watching tremendously. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.